You use them every day. Toothbrushes, forks, toilet paper, even your socks. But have you ever wondered, where did they actually come from? These everyday things. They hide some pretty unbelievable stories. Let's dig one up. History isn't just about castles and kings. Sometimes it hides in your bathroom drawer, on your dinner plate, or buried in your laundry basket. Today, we're exploring the strangest origins of the most ordinary stuff. Love weird history facts? Like this video, subscribe for more, and tell us in the comments, which object do you think has the weirdest past? Let's begin with the toothbrush. Over 1,000 years ago, in ancient China, people didn't just brush their teeth, they chewed them clean. How? With twigs, frayed at the ends, softened by chewing, nature's original toothbrush. They'd scrub back and forth. Simple, effective, a little splintery? Maybe. Then came medieval Europe. Things got stranger. They used handles made of bone, and the bristles? They were pulled from wild boars. Can you imagine waking up and sticking pig hair in your mouth before breakfast? How clean was it really? We're talking before toothpaste, before floss, before dental hygiene was a thing. In 1780, the modern toothbrush started to appear. Still boar bristles, still bone handles, but at least shaped like what we recognize today. Then, in the 1930s, nylon changed everything. Smooth, synthetic, soft. Finally, brushing didn't feel like a survival challenge. And in 1954, the electric toothbrush made its debut in Switzerland. No smart features, no timers, just buzz. From chewed up sticks to battery-powered bristles, that's 1,000 years of cleaner teeth. Or is it? How often do you actually brush for the full 2 minutes? The fork? Today it's just there, beside your spoon, doing its job. But once, it was the center of a religious controversy. In 11th century Europe, the fork was considered unnecessary, even offensive. Why? Because God gave you fingers. So why would you need a shiny, pronged tool? Some religious leaders called it effeminate, blasphemous, even diabolical. Imagine being judged, not for stealing food, but for using a fork to eat it. It's hard to believe, right? But cultural norms were everything. Forks were seen as excessive, unmanly, weird. Then, Italy happened. Italian nobles began using forks for pasta. Because twirling noodles around your fingers? Messy business. At first, the church still protested, but gradually, the convenience won. Forks made their way from Italy to France, from France to England, and eventually onto your dinner table. By the 18th century, they weren't just accepted, they were expected. Now forks come in all kinds. Dinner forks, salad forks, dessert forks. But deep down, they all carry a sharp little history. Who knew etiquette could be so edgy? Toilet paper. Clean. Soft. Every bathroom silent MVP. But once upon a time, it was anything but soft. Let's go back. The ancient Greeks, they used broken pottery shards. Yes, pottery shards, directly, not joking. The Romans had their own solution. A sponge on a stick, not joking. Called a tersorium. It sat in a bucket of vinegar or salt water. And yes, it was shared by everyone in the public toilet. Can you imagine that in your local cafe? Then there was medieval Europe, where people used whatever they had. Moss, hay, wool, seashells, and sometimes their hands. Eventually, in early America, corn cobs. Farmers would hang a bunch of dried ones near the outhouse. Use, wipe, repeat. We'll just move on. Finally, in 1857, Joseph Gaetti introduced the first commercial toilet paper. It was sold as medicated paper, a luxury item at first. It took decades to become common. Even in the 1930s, people were skeptical. Some thought it was too weak. Others thought it was too weird. So brands started marketing it as splinter-free. Let that sink in. Today, we have scented rolls, triple ply, eco-friendly bamboo, even gold-plated novelty TP for the ultra-rich. From pottery to plush, what a journey. So the next time you reach for the roll, just be glad it's not a corn cob. Let's get cozy, because we're talking about socks. You wear them every day, but where did they come from? Back in ancient Egypt, people wrapped their feet in wool and leather. Practical, not fashionable. The Romans, they had foot wraps called eudones. Think ancient bandages for your toes. But in medieval Europe, socks got an upgrade. They became a status symbol. Bright colors, matching pairs, worn only by the rich. If you had nice socks back then, you were basically royalty. And for centuries, they were hand-stitched. Took hours to make one pair. No joke. Then in 1589, boom! The first sock knitting machine. Total game changer. More socks, more styles, warmer feet. Fast forward to today. We've got fuzzy socks, toe socks, flower print socks. And let's be honest, you still have that one sock with a hole in it, don't you? But here's the real question. Where do socks go in the laundry? Nobody knows. But somewhere out there, there's a mountain of lonely single socks, just waiting to be reunited. Poor little guys. Let's take a moment. Toothbrushes made of twigs, forks once banned by churches, toilet paper made from corn cobs, and socks worn only by nobles. Crazy, right? These objects feel so normal today, but they've come a long way. History doesn't just live in museums, it's hiding in your house. So tell me, which object blew your mind the most? Comment below. I'm reading all of them. And hey, if you loved this weird little journey, hit that like button. Subscribe for more oddball history. And let us know what everyday object we should uncover next. Because trust me, there's plenty more where that came from.